we are in uncharted territory in our country today. At times such as these, we can either panic or decide that this is the hand that we have been dealt and we should move forward in hope, not in fear. According to the statement from the spokesperson for the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, this will be a short-lived period of transition to free and fair elections where Zimbabweans will be able to vote for a government of their choosing, one that will tackle the real problems we have in this country. If that is the commitment of the military, if this is a time when we'll be able to find each other and build that uncommon social contract that will unleash the full potential and promise of the Zimbabwean people, and if even this short period is going to demonstrate the military's commitment to justice above retribution, then it is in our best interest to support this development. As the statements from the ZDF have acknowledged, we have real problems which need urgent attention in our country. They include 90% unemployment and over 70% of Zimbabweans still living in poverty almost 4 decades after independence. We have needless deaths in hospitals because of the collapse of our healthcare system or because citizens cannot access their money in their bank accounts to pay for urgently needed medical care. Zimbabweans in the diaspora and those with alien stamped on their identity documents are still denied the vote, even though they were born and raised in Zimbabwe. If the commitment of the military is to make the sacrifices of true freedom fighters like General Tongogara and the thousands who left it all on the field of battle worthwhile, by allowing Zimbabweans to vote for inspired, competent, and selfless leaders who will build a nation whose greatness will be measured not just by the standards of Africa, but of the world, then they must have our support. If it is their conviction that no Zimbabwean has a higher claim to citizenship than another on account of race, age, tribe, gender, or Liberation War credentials, and that the full participation of every citizen in deciding the future of our country and rebuilding it is urgently needed, then we have a responsibility to support this development. The military has asked that we should pray for our country, something we should all be committed to doing, particularly at this time in the life of our nation. I would ask on behalf of all Zimbabweans that they would make sure this is truly an opportunity for a true fresh start for our country. I would ask that they ensure that every Zimbabwean is given ample opportunity to register to vote and to vote at the next election. I would ask that they would ensure that the outcome of all future elections would represent the true will of the Zimbabwean people. I would ask that they help this country develop a true constitutional democracy and that no strongman would ever rule Zimbabwe again. I would ask that they help this country develop a political culture where the defense forces would never again have to intervene like they have. Interventions by the military of this kind induce different levels of fear in different communities. I would ask that even now, ours would be the story of an uncommon defense force that does not inspire fear in any of the citizens it is sworn to protect. I would ask that its greatest act of courage would be ensuring that every Zimbabwean can fully exercise their full rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not in some distant future, but now. Zimbabwe, ilizwe lethu, ilifa lethu. Zimbabwe, nyika yedu, naka yedu. Zimbabwe, our country, our heritage.
Visa,